Hello YouTube, my name is McFlippers and welcome to the U.T.F series, episode 10 here in the lovely land of Drooks. I am super excited to get into the video as always, so without further ado, let's go. As for the enchanting of the day, I spent a long time gathering up the experience in our blaze farm to get silk touch on this wonderful axe of ours. Bam. And that is a good enchantment. I am happy with that. Knockback 2 I am not happy with. Let's see if we can get another good enchantment. I wanna see if we can just get one more good enchantment before I call it quits for today. Just gotta break that back up. I'd like to get my tools all situated again. I do not have very good tools. Oh, silk touch! How about that? I need just a few more levels. Well, why don't I go get those levels, and I'll be back in just a couple moments. Experience! Ah, the gorgeous experience. What was that? Two levels, about? This is a good farm. I really like this farm. I mean, it was ridiculous to build, but I'm glad I built it. Look at all these blaze rods. Wonderful. Alright, back to base. There we go, I got my 30 levels. And if you're wondering where all this stuff came from, these are just a bunch of goodies I left behind at the blaze farm last time we worked there. Yeah, I don't know why I left all this stuff behind. Some of this is actually pretty useful, but we have it now. And ooh, same enchantment that was on the axe. That is very good. And I'm sure that at some point we can get them up to efficiency 5, and then I can put mending on them. Which means I'm going to need to spend some more time in the AFK Fisher, but that should be fine. It doesn't take any work to be AFK. As for today's plans, we're out of wood again. Not entirely out of wood, but building that house, the residential, which I can't see from any of these windows, but the residential outside took up a lot of our wood last time. So I think I'm severely overestimating the amounts of wood that I'm collecting in each of these episodes. So I think, to save a lot of trouble, I'm going to take this beautiful new axe and every other axe I can scrounge out of my house, and I'm just going to decimate the entire forest. It's time for a decimation derby. Or in other words, a super speedy tree chop and time lapse. Either way, I will see you all on the other side. So today I've got a lot to get through. I want to begin expanding on the residential area of southern Drooks. Now, in order to do this, I need to first build some pretty large arches, and you'll see what I mean in more detail in just a few moments. As for the residential area, I have 2 houses planned, one on either side of the trail, next to the arch, and hopefully they all come out well. And Future Flippers, signing off. So I am back. I hope you all enjoyed that time lapse. And this is all the wood we got. Now, I'm not going to count the stacks. I think it's pretty fair to say we just got a lot of wood. It should hold me over for at least 2 episodes now. At least 2. If it holds me over more than 2, I will be very happy. Oh yes, I was just reminded. Also 8 apples, very important. We're up to 32 now. Those are going to have to go in the apple vault someday. We don't have an apple vault just yet, but when we do, all those apples are going right in the apple vault. So for today's episode, I wanted to do the building of the residential area. I want to continue building up around these types of houses for residentials. So I had an idea. If you look at the shape of this terrain right here, you clearly have space for one house in this general area, with maybe room for a path through the 2 houses to the back. And as well as that, You might also have some room for a house here. But right here, you have this cool overpass kind of thing. There's 2 or 3 kind of ish big mountains, and then the start of what would be an arch over the 2. And what I want to do here is put a house there, generally, have a path through the middle, like I said, have a house here, and I want to build up this area and have a path through the back into some other cove of covertly placed buildings. Integrating some terrain into the builds would not be all that bad, and honestly, it would be very fun to work on that project. So, today, I think the first thing I'm going to do is clean up this area here. And something that I'm fairly happy about is that when I'm cleaning all this up, I don't actually have to build it up from scratch. I've already got the foundation laid. I just have to take the overhang, stretch it a little, push back these dirt ledges on the mountain and sort of turn it into a cliff face a bit more, and it becomes exactly what I want to see. So, lucky me. I've already got the foundation laid for me. So, I'm going to get some stone together and begin this project, and I will see you when I have a result. So the strangest thing just happened. I was digging away at the mountain, making the arches and stuff, and 2 dogs on the same block, buried in the mountain. Just 2 dogs. I was just digging around and bam, 2 dogs. I'm a bit confused, but oh well. Back to digging. So here's my 2 arches. I think they look pretty nice so far as they are. They're gonna need a little bit of work though, with the weird potzel bits, and I'm gonna need to somehow get grass up there, and these stone pieces need to be kind of pulled up a bit and also destroyed right here. And as well as all of that, I left a space right here for a path, so I want to be building a path kind of through the center, and then it's going to curve up that way and then come in this way. And I said right here would make a nice place for a cove of buildings, and I'm sticking to that. I think that's still a good idea. I just have to fill in this area with grass, so plenty of work to be done, but all basic minor details. So I'm going to do those, and we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. So I've been mapping out these 2 areas and where I want the houses to go, and these are the 2 frames I came up with. This one's a bit more on the simple side, but it'll look nice when it's done, and I have an idea to help spice it up with this open space of grass right here. This one's a little close to the blacksmith, but I think it's fine. The close quarters, they shouldn't interact. The roof is only going to come out to like right here, I believe. So they should be a block apart. They shouldn't bother each other. And if they do, I'll just push the house to the left a little, or right a little more. I was looking at this thing, and I had 2 ideas for how I could improve it a little bit. I just have to make sure the creeper up there doesn't jump down and try to destroy me. The first was that I have these oak leaves that I can use as vines to drape down over the sides, and the second was that I could take some like andesite and cobblestone and different stone type variants and kind of mix it in around here. I don't think I want to put the stone details in just yet, but I will drape some vines over, so I'm going to do that, and I'll show you in just a moment. So I put all the vines up, and I'm thinking they're looking pretty nice. It was definitely a good addition, although it was quite annoying to pillar up and place every vine individually, but it was worth it. The vines look nice. It's a good addition. It adds some color to the arches, and I'm happy with it. As for the houses, I may have done a little too much off camera, but they're near completion. I haven't done any of the interiors. Well, I haven't done a lot of the interiors. and I haven't put up the chimneys yet. Other than that, they're basically done. For this one, I decided to change up the style just a little bit and have these little mini arches. And I suppose it kind of works with the idea that we were just building arches over here. And they dip down where I would normally put a fence gate. On this side it's kind of bland, but no one's ever going to see this side, and honestly I can't think of any other details. I don't want a window there, because having a window on every space on every wall is just a little overbearing sometimes. So maybe a little bit of blank space will do nice for the house. And up there I didn't have any glowstone, and I don't like the nether, so I just put a torch up there instead. I think it's fine. I don't like how glowstone looks anyway, so that'll be good. Doors right here. Didn't do the interior on this house either, but I think that's enough talking about the houses. It's time for me to actually finish them. So I am going to head off and start finishing them. And I will see you when I have a new update. Before I go though, I just wanted to mention, that creeper I explicitly said I wasn't gonna let blow me up. It crawled down here after I was done with the vines, and it blew me up right here and took out part of the path. Ridiculous, stupid creeper. I'm gonna go back to finishing the houses. Alright, I'm back. I've completed the detailing, and there's smoke coming out of the chimneys. Inside this house, arguably the smallest house of Drooks, I've decided to basically place a kitchen, a small storage area, and a bunk bed. The smallest house of Drooks gets a bunk bed. Because I don't know why, actually. I'm not exactly sure why I'm putting a bunk bed in this house. This is basically the smallest house that I have out of everything I've built, and I don't think 2 people would fit in this house, but bunk bed it is. At least they get a pretty spacious bunk bed. None of the other bunk beds get a block extra of room for their head. It's usually either bash their head into the ceiling or bash their head into the guy ahead on top of you. In this house, pretty simple downstairs. I used this little cove for some chests and crafting tables. The kitchen's right here. And upstairs, some chests, a desk, and the thing that deems it mine, a true blue bed. If it's true blue, it is part of Drooks. I tried to make a rhyme there and it didn't work right. Oh well. So now, we've got this space right here that needs to be cleaned up. Like I said, I had an idea to help spice it up and make it look a little more interesting, because it's just a flat area right now. So I'm gonna go get the resources for that, because I don't have any on me right now. And I'll see you all in just a moment. So here's the plan. I am going to kind of outline an area with these stone, what are they? Stone walls. And then in random spots, I'm going to place in cobblestone. And then I'm going to put in stairs and slabs, kind of in an alternating fashion. And then these slabs, I'll just kind of spam all over the place, because why not? And now torches. You know what I don't like is this. I will fix that. And then torch there. I might need some cobblestone there. We'll put a slab, 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 and that covers it all up. There we go. A little stone wall. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's simple and it looks okay. And I don't think I actually have enough flowers for this. I may not. We'll see. Anyway, first of all, I wanted to put some shrubs. So shrubs in random places, that's a kind of odd-looking shrub. I don't want them to be too overbearing. I do want to block off this area right here with a shrub. That'd be nice. And then place in flowers in a kind of random, crazy pattern everywhere. Blue orchids, my favorite flower, are going to get the most love, along with poppies, one of my other favorite flowers, and then just one dandelion, because I don't have any more dandelions. I don't know where to get them. And you know what could help me in this particular situation is if I had bone meal. I could come and put some bone meal around here and make grass. And there we go. A tiny little garden. It's pretty simple and, well, it's extremely colorful. Oh, we got more dandelions. Isn't that nice? Well, it's extremely colorful, but I think this place needs a little bit of color, so the Society of Southern Drooks will be able to come and admire the sheer rainbow coloredness of this little garden. There's not much else to be said about it. It's a garden. Anyway, that just about wraps up everything I wanted to do in this episode. And quite a lot more. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for making it to the very end of episode 10 in the U.T.F series. I had a ton of fun making it, so I hope you all enjoyed as much as I did. However, if you do have any suggestions to help improve for future videos, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And remember, if you did like the video, to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see more of my future content when it comes out. The channel and I would greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, keep swimming with the squids, and I will see you then.